Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, folks, welcome back. We're here now with our Key Stage 1 class, and we're looking at some of the very latest papers which you can download from the net, and the new changes to the Key Stage 1 syllabus. This is the English Reading Paper 1. This is actually, this is what's actually similar to what we used to do before in Key Stage 1. So this is the reading booklet. This is the sample booklet. Okay, right, oops, some useful words. Here we go. Here comes our first page. Okay, lovely. Can we all see that? Okay, folks, it's called The World of Ants. So you got that lovely, nice, colorful picture there in front of you on the projector. Ants are insects that you can often see in a garden, in a park, or just on the pavement. They usually live underground. So here's a practice question. What kind of animal is an ant? So what we're going to do now, we're just going to change the size a bit. And just change. Okay, let's have a look. So what kind of animal is an ant? By looking at the text, we say that the ants are insects. Okay, so we can say here. Okay, okay. Right, let's see we are back into text typewriter. So we say here. Right, no, that's not what I want. Please give me one moment. I don't know why it's gone down to a smaller. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, and I really wanted red. Red. So ants are insects. Full stop. Okay. Second part. Find and copy 2 places you might see ants. So if you look at the text here, can you see my little cursor here? You can often see them in a what? Garden, in a park, or just on pavement. So it only wants 2 places. So we can write here the first one. Garden. So write down garden. Okay, I don't know why it's keep on changing the size. Back to, I do want a bigger size. Okay, right. I think we seem to be having, it just keeps on changing. Right, we're going to try a different type of writing. Let's go back to what we normally do. It doesn't like that. It's a bit of technical difficulties there. Let's go to, right. Where's my mouse? So what do we say? That's better. You might find in a garden. Where else? So in the text, park, we've got 3 places mentioned. Okay, so we're going to mention the next one's going to be pavement. Park. We only need 2 for the moment, so that'll do. Okay, question number 1 there. How's our practice question done? Got some little bit technical difficulties with it. Right, which word in the text now? Because ants underground. Who lives inside? Inside the nest lives a big queen ant. Most of the ants who live in the nest are busy worker ants. The queen ant. So it's pointing at the queen ant, this big one here. The queen ant spends all her time laying eggs. Which word in the text describes what worker ants are like? So, anybody? Right, let's have a look for the answer. It says here, go on then, Mr. Isa. It's busy. And the answer is in the first paragraph, which I have just underlined. Can you see that I've underlined it? So we're looking for the answers in the text itself. So we know they are busy. So I'm going to take that one. Whoops, I don't really want to do that. Okay, what does the queen ant do? Well, the queen ant information on the text is in this one I'm going to circle here. What does she do? She just lays eggs. All the time. She lays eggs. Okay, number 3. So you got here now an ant nest. Ants build their nest with hundreds of tiny rooms joined up by tunnels. The worker ants and grubs. Worker ants are always busy. They like to keep their nest clean and tidy. Some feed and clean the queen. Others take her eggs to a special room where they hatch into grubs. So we have to read this information here and now find the answer. What joins the rooms in an ant nest together? If you've just answered, I don't want you to answer again. I want somebody else. So let's have Maryam or Fatima. What joins the rooms in an ant nest together? Come on, any of you two. And the answer's over here somewhere. Ants build their nest hundreds of tiny rooms joined up by. What is joined up by? Tunnels. What joins the rooms in an ant nest together? So we can just write the word tunnels. And make sure you spell it correctly because you've got the spelling right there in front of you. If I spell anything incorrectly, please folks let me know straight away. Give 2 jobs that the worker ant does. 2 jobs. So let's see if you can find those jobs. The worker ant's text is over here. So worker ant's always busy. Well, that's not really a job. They like to keep the nest clean and tidy. That's like 1 job. Clean and tidy is 1 job. And they also, what do they do?
Clean.
And clean the queen. Others take, so they want 2 jobs. So should we say here, what should we say for the first job?
Clean and tidy.
So we say keep the nest clean and, well, that looks a little bit, keep the nest trying to write it neater. Clean and
tidy.
okay, try to get yours to fit because I'm writing a bit big because that's gone.
Can you just write clean and tidy?
Yes, clean and tidy as well, yeah. But I would say keep the nest better because he's talking about you're talking in reference to something. Clean and tidy, what's clean and tidy? The underpants? But and so many underpants. Good. Number 2. So what's the second job that they do? It says some, what's that word here? What do they do? Feed and clean the queen. So they feed and clean the queen. Okay, I'm gonna fit mine underneath because I can't fit it in because my handwriting is so big. Can you try to make sure yours fits on the line, please? Okay. If it goes underneath, that doesn't matter. All right. Are we happy with that so far? So all the answers, you're finding them from the text. Goes, what happens to the eggs in the special room? So in the others take the eggs to a special room where they hatch into. What happens to eggs? Okay, so we say. So the eggs hatch into grubs. Don't forget to put your full stops as well at the end of a sentence. Okay, are we happy with that? The eggs hatch into grubs. So grubs. That's a little bit of a messy handwriting, but I'm just trying to see which other way we could do it. Are we happy with that? Should we move on?
Yes.
Okay, now we need some readers. Let's have some readers, please. Okay, Mr. Isa, this is the next section. Right, can you read everything nice and loudly? Project your voice, please, to everybody in the class.
One hot sunny day, Monster and Frog went to the seaside. Monster lay on the sand sunbathing, but Frog was bored and restless. If we had a boat, said Frog, we could sail away to sea and have an adventure. We could be explorers. Frog was always looking for adventure. Monster wasn't.
Okay, good. Practice question. What kind of day was it? From the text. Hot sunny day, yeah? So the word here matches is? What was Monster doing? So from the text, Monster was... What was he doing?
Monster was sunbathing.
Monster lay on the sand sunbed. So we can copy all of this line down and that will do us nicely for the answer. So Monster lay on the sand sunbathing. Have you got that? Another reader. Also, Salman, read.
So Mansa was not very happy when a little boat came drifting towards them, but it cheered Frog up. This must be our lucky day, he said. Come on, Monster. I've never been in a boat, said Monster. The two of them climbed in and pulled
hard on the oars. That's what you use for rowing. Question number 6. Why did Frog say this must be our lucky day? For number 6. Go on. Let's have Alia.
A boat drifted towards them.
So someone's not happy. This must be lucky. He said, "Come on, Monster." So we have Monster liked boats. Do Monster like boats?
No.
They were by the sea.
No.
A boat drifted towards them, so this was a lucky day because the boat came. That's what we wanted. Good, lovely. And it was a Sunday. That wasn't the purpose why it was a lucky day. They were by the sea. Why was Monster worried? If you look at the text, what did he say? Which I've underlined here.
I've never been on it.
So he was worried because he's never been in a boat before. So why was Monster worried? So we say Monster had never been in a boat. So my handwriting is big and it's taking up a lot of space. Folks, can you please make sure yours is nice and small and it fits on the line? Okay? So yours should fit on the line. Mine is big just to show you can see it. Are we happy with that? Okay, off you go. So, Salma, please be our next reader.
So the monsters were not very happy when a little boat came drifting towards them, but Frog cheered up.
We are on the next page now where question number 8 is alright. Have I missed a page, folks?
What?
Have I gone forward too much?
That's mine.
Yeah, after question number 7. Okay, you should have this one here, the one with the picture of the boat and disappearing. Hang on 1 second, let's have a look at this.
To that island, said Frog, walking towards a tiny spot on the horizon. It is a long way, said Monster. I don't think I like this boat. Monster was begun to feel seasick.
Okay, lovely. So that was again, where are we going? Monster acts nervously. To that island, said Frog, pointing towards a tiny spot on the horizon. It's a long way, said Monster. I don't think I like boats. Monster was beginning to feel seasick. Okay, next, let's go do some questions now. Question number 8. What could Frog see on the horizon? Okay, let's have... go on, Salma, please don't shout. Yeah, go on, Salma, what is it? What can you see? Lovely. Find and copy one word which tells you that Monster was not feeling well in the boat. Somebody else now. Let's have Mariam or Fatma go on. Okay, that's good. So in the text, he says there, he made him, look here, I've underlined it for you. Look at this. So it's one word we need to write down. So we just write down here. Sick. So the sea was making him ill. Okay, here comes the next page now. Everybody should be on the next page. Okay, I think I've gone up too much. Okay, after a while, please. That's yours, Alia, please. Can you do that for me, please? Starts from after a while. That's it. Turn the page over. Lovely.
After a while.
A bit more louder.
After a while, Frog spotted something on the water. It was a large basket. Frog lifted the basket into the boat. One end of the boat tipped up in the air. The other end sank down into the water. The water started to come in. Monster scooped out of the water as fast as he could, but the boat was sinking. Monsters don't swim, said Monster. Don't worry, said Frog. We haven't got far to go.
Oh, we haven't far to go, yeah? Lovely, beautiful. Frog spotted something on the water. What does the word spotted mean in this sentence? Well, it doesn't mean anything to do with spots. So he, well done. So spot here means to see something. He saw something. Okay, good. Why did the boat start to sink? Let's have, is it Mariam? Okay. Why did the boat start to sink? It says here, it was a large basket. Frog lifted the basket on one end of the boat. Other end sank down over. Okay. What was causing the, why did the boat start to sink? Okay, everybody look at the text, please. Salma, you don't look at the text. Look at the text here. Look at your text and give me an answer. Mr. Yahya, what was causing the boat to sink? So it was a large basket. Frog lifted the basket on the boat. One end of the boat tipped up in the air. The other end sank down into the water. So the boat started to sink because the boat tipped up and one part of the boat went into the water. So let's make our sentence. So we say here, one end of the boat sank down into the water. What was it due to? What was causing it to sink? Go on. There is the large basket. Will you put that in there? Okay, so you can just write, why did the boat start to sink? Because of the large basket being put into the boat. That caused it to sink. Okay, you happy with that?
Yes.
Right, another reader now, please. Okay. Go on then, Mariam, read close, please. Just in time.
Just in time, they reached the
Island.
And carried the basket
Ashore.
Frog lifted the lid. This is definitely our lucky day, he said. It was somebody's picnic. This is what I call an adventure, said Frog. Monster ate and ate until he was full. He stretched out in the shade of a palm tree. Frog felt tired too. Soon they were both fast asleep.
Okay, lovely. You're on the right page, Suleiman. Yeah. So question number 12. How do you know that Frog was excited? So what word in the text tells us he's excited? Go on then, Alia.
This is definitely our lucky day.
Beautiful. That's what he said, yeah? So we know he's excited because of what he said. So how do you know the frog was excited? So the frog said, this is definitely our lucky day. Okay, go on, Lisa.
You have to put inverted commas.
Yes, that's all. Thank you. I was about to do that, yeah? And what you have to write down is actually been underlined anyway, so you can copy it from there. Okay, I think I've done, yeah, a little bit of a spelling mistake there. Definitely. Okay, so we start off our speech with a comma before the speech starts. We have our 66s and 99s and the full stop there. Are you happy with that, Yahya? Mariam, you got that? So that tells us that Frog was excited. What did Frog find inside the basket? So let's have, okay, go on there, Fatima. What did you find? Yes, he found someone's picnic. It was somebody's picnic. So what did Frog find inside the basket? He found just say a picnic. And in brackets, write down lots of food. That's what a picnic is. Okay. So where did Monster go to sleep? Somebody else, come on, somebody you help me that one. So Monster ate and ate until he was full up. He stretched out in the shade of a palm tree, and that's where they fell asleep. So where did Monster go to sleep?
A palm tree.
In the shade of a palm tree. So we just saw it here, in the shade of a palm tree.
Palm tree has the palm.
P-A-L-M. And the answer is here. There's the answer in the text. So everything we get from the text, we're not making it up. We're not writing our own opinion at the moment. Okay, we need another reader, please. Okay, Mr. Isa, go for it.
When they woke up, the sun had nearly disappeared. I thought I dressed it up, said Frog. This adventure gets better and better, he says. Cast away on the
Desert Island. Next, keep it going.
I wish I had never come on this adventure,
Said Monster, almost in tears.
Don't worry, old friend, said Frog. I will think of something.
Okay, beautiful. Okay. Question number 15. How can you tell that it was late when Monster and Frog woke up? How can you tell it's late? So look at the text. Whoops, I've gone up too much.
The sun went down.
That's right. They woke up. When they woke, the sun had nearly
disappeared.
Okay. Sun had nearly disappeared. Let's write that down. Let's copy from the text above. Disappeared. Remember, you need to keep your work on the line, please. My work is a little bit bigger because I got to show you and it's easy for me to write. So you're not supposed to be writing into the yellow parts of the shaded parts of the text. So, oops. E-A-R-E-D. Full stop. How did Monster feel when he woke up? How did Monster feel?
Sad.
Okay, somebody else. Let's have Suleiman. How did you feel?
He felt sad.
Okay, as well. I wish I'd never come on this adventure. And Monster almost in tears. So he wasn't cheerful. He wasn't bored. He wasn't tired. He was upset.
Maybe that was a big
He was upset.
That was a big tip. Oh, this is in the wrong place.
Okay, Frog lifted the lid of the basket again. Inside was a huge red balloon. We could float home, said Frog. Frog blew up the balloon until it was full of air. Yeah, he must be some kind of champion frog. Then he tied the balloon to the basket. I've never been in a balloon before, said Monster. Neither had Frog, but he didn't tell Monster that. Okay. So, how did Frog think they could get home? What was his idea? Let's have Mr. Yahya come. You haven't given me the answer so far. So, what was his idea? That they were going to fly home in a balloon. Yeah?
I know this.
So how did Frog think they could get home? So he lifted it. He found a huge balloon. We could float home. Okay. So Frog wanted to float home. That's the technique that Frog said. To float home. Okay. Float home by using a giant red balloon.
Hot air balloon.
Well, it's not really a hot air balloon. Hot air balloon is different. That's when you have fuel and you have a burner and hot air goes. This is not a hot air balloon. This is just a normal balloon. By using a giant balloon. Giant red balloon. Please try to keep your handwriting slightly smaller and keep it on the lines, please. Frog had not been in a balloon before, but he did not tell Monster because what didn't tell Monster that he hadn't been in a balloon before? Is it because he didn't want to talk to Monster? He didn't want to go in the balloon. He didn't have time to say anything. What was the reason?
He didn't want Monster to worry.
Yeah, because the Monster hadn't been. He hadn't been. So how do you?
He was already worried.
Exactly. He didn't want Monster to worry. Excellent. Okay, one more reader, please. Another reader, Mr. Isa. Go for it. Monster coin. Come on, Yahya, you gotta do some readings all next, okay?
Monster climbed into the basket and Frog jumped in after it. The balloon began to rise high into the air and float over the sea. Frog, said Monster, when are we going to get home?
No, when we get home.
When we get home, how do we get down? Leave it to me, said Frog. I'll pick up.
Not said Frog. Frog said you have to read the right way around. Frog. Leave it to me, Frog said. Keep on going.
I will think of something. I'm ever so good at adventure.
Beautiful. What was Monster worried about when they were floating over the sea? So, Mr. Yahya, come here. Shh. Salma. Mr. Yahya, what was he worried about, the Monster? When he was floating over the sea, what was he worried about? So he said, Monster climbed in, blah, blah, blah. He goes, when we get home, how do we? Because you're going up. How do you get back down again? So he was worried about how to get down again. Not how to find more food, how to learn to swim, how to find the way home, but how to get down. Okay, are we on the last question now, number 20?
Yes.
Yeah? Number the sentence below from 1 to 4 to show the order they happen in the story. Okay. Right. Can I just have a... I've got to test it here. The first one has been done for you. So they went into a boat. What happened next?
They just away from home.
What happened next?
They found a big basket.
They found a big basket. Did they?
Yeah.
Number 2. And then? The boat, what happened next? They fell asleep on an? The boat drifted away from them. So they found out when they woke up.
1,
2, 3, 1, 4. Are we happy with that, folks?
1, 2, 3.
That's the end of that test. That's the end of our recording. And inshallah, we're now going to do a small SPAG test. The news for Key Stage 1. We're going to go straight into that. So I'm going to stop this video and start a new one.